right, redneck. Welcome to band world. Big up Liquid Richard. Permaban has been serious. If you continue to say Richard, whether you're a sub or not, I'm just going to get ready for you for 24 hours. I'm banning anybody trying to give me advice. All right, ban everybody.
Did you do something with your Google?
Yeah, I logged in.
Okay. I just got a notice, so I want to make sure.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Nothing about stream.
That's depressing.
Oh, Art F. Is DoorDash worth working for? If you're looking just to buy something, like say you want to get a PS5, for example. I'm not saying you do. If you want to make money to earn a PS5 and you don't want it to come out your normal pool or like your normal finances, DoorDash is great for that kind of stuff. If you're going to work DoorDash as a full-time job, no. DoorDash has way too much overhead and way too much cost on the actual driver itself to justify doing it as a full-time job. Generally, what I used to do is what you want to do is you want to take 22% of everything. Let's say you get an order for $10, right? You get an order for $10. I say 22%, but it's actually 30%. I would just rip 30% out of everything and take 10% of the 30 and put it into separate accounts. Like 20%, like $2 of the $10 would go into taxes. The other dollar would go into vehicle maintenance, and I would keep them separated like that. So I got to keep $7. $2 went to taxes, $1 went to vehicle maintenance, and that's how you have to do it. If you don't do it that way, you're going to end up finding yourself owing money to the IRS because you're 1099K, or you're going to find yourself having to pay for a car repair, be it tires, brakes, oil changes, whatever it might be. Say you go, because like for example, like when I started doing DoorDash, you could get like a meal from DoorDash, like say a Wendy's combo. Delivery plus a $5 tip would be like $21, right? You could get you whatever you wanted for food, the fee and the $5 tip, and it would still be right around $20. And that was reasonable, but now that's $30. Like if you want to tip $5. And that's unreasonable. Like who's going to pay $30 for a fucking Big Mac combo? Nobody, right? So there's a lot less orders, and the orders that do it don't tip to begin with, right? Because they think, oh, well, some of this, transaction fee has to go to the driver. Yeah, it's $2. So like, would you take $2 to get into your personal car, go to McDonald's and drive to somebody else's house and drop it off? Most people wouldn't. And then that's why you get bad service. So what ends up happening is your order, since you didn't tip, gets stacked onto somebody else's order that does tip, right? And that affects the person that does tip. So if somebody got there is willing to pay the money, say they pay $6 for me to go deliver their food, and it's automatically stacked with somebody else's order that paid nothing, their food's already going to be cold, and there's already going to be a headache because, like, well, my food's cold. I don't want this. I want you to ask if they'll remake my food, blah, 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 blah. Or they'll ask for shit, like, give me extra ketchup or give me extra napkins or whatever the fuck it is. Like, dude, fucking tip, regardless. It shouldn't even be called a tip. It should be called, they shouldn't even use the term tip because tipping is not what it is. What it actually is bidding. You're bidding on somebody to take your order. Like, you're putting a bid out there. But regardless, so you're fucking the person that actually is bidding properly and actually worth your time, and you got to take this person's order that they might not know any better, right? Some people might assume that that this $8 fee that DoorDash is charging them just to use their app is part of the driver tip, which is not. Wings, would you get a lot of no tip zeros while delivering your area? I mean, they would come across. I wouldn't do them. Like, my rule of thumb was $1.50 a mile. Like, if your order didn't pay $1.50 a mile, I didn't take it. So like, for example, example of $1.50 a mile is like you're 3 miles from the restaurant and your food's like $8. That's probably not exactly that, but that would be something I'd do, right? I mean, you can't like ideally to make it worth the driver's time. Whatever restaurant you pick from, it needs to be $1 a mile from your house. So like, if you live 4.5 miles from the restaurant, you should at least tip $4 to $5. If the restaurant you're picking from is 10 miles, you should tip $10.
Is DoorDash the main one, and then
The only thing,
Deliveroo, I'm guessing?
DoorDash in like Uber Eats in our area is basically just Walmart orders. But the only thing about drinks I hated is like certain restaurants, Wendy's, would want you to fix the customers' drinks, and I hated that. Right? And it made me almost not do Wendy's. Wendy's in like Moe's, Southwest, like tacos and shit like that. They would want you to like fix the sauces and shit. I'm like, dude, I've been driving, I've been holding auto parts and all this other shit. Like I had to go wash my hands and shit like that to fix people's drinks. I'm like, dude, I'm a courier. I don't touch food. I don't touch any of that. My job is to pick an item up and take it to another place. I'm not here to fix food, and I hated that. And I always would get in fights with people at Wendy's because Wendy's is slacking. If you ever want to, like, Wendy's and Popeyes are two slackest restaurants in the fucking game. Would you ever sneak a fry? No. The bags are sealed. I didn't do it full time. Back when I was doing Twitch and I was making really good money, this is before everything went to hell. I would Twitch and I'd stream 2 or 3 hours, and then I'd go and DoorDash.
You'd have been making some serious money then.
I made almost
With
$100,000 that year.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, oh, I'm almost making 6 figures again. Because between Twitch subs and DoorDash and then people's contributions, like, I was doing really well. And then all of a sudden, all of it got pulled out from under me.
Did you get taxed through the nose, though, for that? Because you
100%.
half of it goes to tax.
100%. 100%.
Like, marginally, you're probably not doing that much worse, even though you're on a lot less.
It was like 12 hours a day, Petro. But like the vast majority, I'd work 8 hours on like DoorDash, 6 to 8 hours. But like I'd made like 25,000 on DoorDash in that span. Like the other 70K was from Twitch, and then I went from that to where I'm at now, like 35 to 40K a year. Because YouTube takes 30%. And I got banned from all the sites that I could get donations a la carte. And I don't get Twitch subs anymore because my Twitch subs are about $3,000 a month by themselves. And now I barely, like, now my subs, I don't even know how many subs I have right now. Let me go check. Like nobody subs on YouTube for the most part. Because, like, the vast majority of subs on Twitch were Twitch Prime subs. They're basically free subs, but Twitch would pay you for them. Let's see. Earnings. Let me find it. I don't even look at it half the time because let's see. Memberships. We currently have 165 members, so I make $517 a month in members. That from 3,000 on Twitch. And now I also have to give a percentage of my donations to YouTube. So I lose 30% of my donations right off the rip. The big benefit that YouTube takes 30%, because Twitch took a percentage too with bits, but I had shit like Stream Elements and Streamlabs, so you could donate outside of the Twitch platform, and I'd get 100% of it. But you know, again, the trolls got me banned off those for no good reason as well.
Are Twitch and YouTube the only streaming platforms?
No, there's a bunch of them, but like most of them are not going to exist for very long. The benefit of YouTube though is when you donate on YouTube, like it 100% protects me from chargeback. Because I used to have to keep like $1,000 to $2,000 floating, like in a PayPal account just to condemn with chargebacks. I'm not banned on Twitch. I just don't have a partnership. And Twitch is so soft now, and I have no way of accepting monetary donations other than bits. So it's really it's no more beneficial to me than sitting on here. Because it'd take me years to get back to where I was at membership-wise.